Plato's views on democracy, as articulated in his seminal works, The Republic and The Laws, reveal a deep skepticism about this form of government. He perceives democracy as a flawed and degenerate system, arising from the decay of more structured and just societies. His critique is intertwined with his philosophical ideas about justice, the ideal state, and human nature. Plato believes that democracy emerges from the breakdown of timocracy, a government based on honor, and oligarchy, a government based on wealth. He posits that democracy arises when the poor, empowered by their numbers, overthrow the oligarchs. This revolution signifies, for Plato, the inherent instability and conflict at democracy's roots, indicating its flawed nature. In a democracy, Plato argues, the principle of freedom is taken to an extreme, leading to societal chaos. Citizens prioritize personal freedom above all else, resulting in a society where everyone pursues their desires without regard for the common good. This unchecked freedom undermines social order and unity, creating a disordered state. Plato is critical of the egalitarian nature of democracy, where all citizens have an equal say in governance. He contends that not everyone is capable of making wise and just decisions. In his view, most people lack the knowledge and virtue required to govern effectively. By empowering the masses, democracy, according to Plato, leads to poor governance and the state's eventual decline. Plato warns that democracy paves the way for demagogues, leaders who exploit the emotions and prejudices of the masses to gain power. These leaders, lacking true wisdom and virtue, manipulate public opinion and undermine democratic institutions to maintain control. For Plato, this degeneration of leadership is one of democracy's most dangerous aspects, as it often leads to tyranny. In The Republic, Plato contrasts democracy with his vision of an ideal state, governed by philosopher-kings. These rulers, selected for their wisdom and virtue, undergo rigorous education to prepare for leadership. Guided by the principle of the common good, philosopher-kings ensure justice and stability. Plato's meritocratic system, where individuals contribute according to their abilities, stands in stark contrast to the democratic ideal of equal participation. Plato argues that democracy's emphasis on freedom leads to moral decay. In a society where individuals pursue their desires without restraint, ethical standards decline. The pursuit of pleasure and wealth overshadows virtues like wisdom and temperance. This moral decay affects leadership quality and the state's overall health, as leaders in democracies are often chosen for their appeal to the masses rather than their virtue. Despite his criticisms, Plato acknowledges that democracy values diversity and individual expression, fostering creativity and innovation. However, he believes these benefits are outweighed by the system's instability and potential for corruption. Plato's critique of democracy is rooted in his broader metaphysical and epistemological beliefs. He asserts that true knowledge is attainable only through philosophical inquiry and that most people live in a world of illusions, unable to perceive true justice and the good. This epistemological elitism